Hello, let's make connections. What do we have today? We've got some long entries today. Magnifying glass, microscope. Well, those seem similar. Obviously, they both quite literally magnify things. Consideration, reflection. Scrutiny? You sort of put something under scrutiny. You put it under, well, under a microscope, you could say. To put something under scrutiny is to put it under a microscope. Magnifying glass, maybe metaphorically, but not really in an expression. Under thought, under reflection, under consideration? Could it be under consideration, under scrutiny, well, you'd have to say under a microscope. Upon reflection, you could say. There's something going on. Reflection, thought, those are similar. This is sort of, there was a case within the last few days that was like this, where there was a sort of big group of words that seemed like it was all spread across a few different similar related categories. Well, okay, so I'm not sure where to go with that yet, but flint and matches could both be used to start a fire. And so could a lighter, obviously. That's its express purpose. I guess a magnifying glass could as well. That would be funny if that's where magnifying glass ended up being used. Maybe that is one. There are 4 of them. Unlike those other things, array, I don't think so. That seems too vague. Yeah, this may well be an answer. Should I try it? Maybe I will try it. Oh, it was used in starting a fire, right? Okay, good. And it was meant to be one of the easier categories, which I guess makes sense because it's the first one I put in. So reflection, thought, maybe that's something. Consideration, yeah, that seems good. Scrutiny, okay. Well, now that I sort of, I'm looking at this fresh, this actually seems pretty straightforward. Reflection, consideration, thought, and scrutiny. This is probably the yellow one. Yeah, I'll try it. Why not? Yep, it was deliberation. Okay. So, maybe Microsoft Slide. Stain, specimen. These are if you were, I see what the other one is. X Factor, X Files, X-Ray, X Games. Okay. So this is like lab equipment or equipment to inspect some kind of sample. You might stain it with something to highlight parts of it and make them easier to identify as you put it on the slide. You put the specimen on the slide, you stain it, and then you look at it under a microscope. So used to view a biological sample. Yep. Okay. And then these are X blank. Yes, words after X. There we go. X Factor, X Files, X Games, X-Ray. Okay. Well, those were the connections. Let's look at the bot today and see how others found this one. Fairly straightforward. That seems reasonable enough. Got the standard score. And like most people, I started with used in starting a fire. And then deliberation, next most likely to begin. And let's see, elements of analysis, factor, consideration, reflection, thought. That's fair enough. Nearly a quarter of people thought that. Tools of microscopy, microscope, magnifying glass, slide, specimen. Yeah, fair enough. Nearly a fifth of people with that. Sources of ignition, the ray. I did briefly consider ray. Parts of laboratory research, Microsoft Slide. Files and specimen. Oh, that's funny. And then lab tools again with the ray. Okay, well, there we have it. Those were the connections. Back tomorrow. Bye for now.